Welcome Capricorn to your weekly reading. This is for the 20th to the 27th of October. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Capricorn, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We will then take a look at your possible challenges, if any. Thirdly, we will look at messages and advice from Spirit. We will move on to see your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Capricorn, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Now Capricorn, we are seeing a lovely, big, dramatic energy coming through for you at the beginning of the week. It's incredibly exciting and it's going to make a big impact on your life. What we are seeing, Capricorn, is that somebody is coming in at the beginning of the week and they're giving you something, but something, Capricorn, of substance. Something that's going to impact and change your life dramatically. Because death is telling us that what came before in this particular area, it's gone, it goes for good. Death is a final energy and there is a new day dawning for you. Now Capricorn, of course, this will come through in an area that is significant for you. This could be, my dear Capricorns, that you have been unemployed for the longest time. And at the beginning of this week, you get a job offer, but a really good job offer. So you leave behind the energy of unemployment, worrying about money, battling financially, and you enter into a new day of now being financially abundant. This could be, my dear Capricorns, that your significant other comes in this week and they've got a really wonderful suggestion. Perhaps they suggest that you move in together, but you move to a new city or state, or maybe change your lifestyle in some way, move to a quaint village or to a coastal town. So whatever came before, living alone, living where you're living, now ends and you start a wonderful new chapter. These were simple examples, but something's coming in, Capricorn, and it holds the wonderful essence of big positive change. Let's move on now and see what your possible challenges are. And we've got Two of Wands and Strength. Now, my dearest Capricorns, the only challenge I am seeing coming up for you is if you overthink whatever is happening here for you. And Two of Wands could just be that you get caught in this energy of overthinking, analysis paralysis, looking at everything in depth, playing out scenarios in your head. If I say yes to moving with my partner to that coastal village, what will happen to my job? Will I find a new job? What happens if I don't like living by the coast? What happens if I get bored? And so you build up this energy of thinking of all scenarios that haven't even happened yet. You are being asked, my dear Capricorns, to come into this situation with strength, to not let your fear, your overthinking and your anxiousness come in and run over everything, but rather tap into that inner lion or lioness. Follow what your heart is calling out for. Don't let what you might think is intellect and logic come in, because when we do that, then we always are going to find reasons why we shouldn't do something, but rather rise up and ask yourself, what does my heart really want? Is this something that I've called in? Is this something that speaks to me? And follow that, my dear Capricorns. Right, let us move on now and see what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have Queen of Wands and the World. Now, Capricorn, you are coming out under this message as Queen of Wands. It does not matter if you're masculine or feminine. It's the energy of Queen of Wands I am speaking about. And it's very positive to see you coming through as Queen of Wands. Because on the one hand, our Queen of Wands is very dynamic, very proactive. She's not a queen that gets caught in the energy of overthinking and analyzing everything. She's a mover and a shaker. And then on the other hand, our Queen of Wands is very connected to Spirit. She believes that when she brings Spirit into the equation, she can create manifestations and bring into her life what she wants to now see and manifest. So we see a very strong connection between you and Spirit. Spirit is confirming that when you work with our Queen of Wands energy, my dearest Capricorns, you are in fact closing off a big and significant chapter in your life, whether it's closing off being single and moving in with your significant other and becoming a partner, or closing off being unemployed as you now say yes to that new job or start your new business. You're closing off something, my dear Capricorns, that has naturally come to an end. But there is an ending, and with that ending, so we see a wonderful new beginning. I see you, Capricorn, embracing whatever this is with your arms wide open, with that kind of smile, that kind of anticipation and excitement, because you know where you're heading now is aligned to who you are and what you want to see and bring into your life. I do feel that you're entering into a very positive chapter with whomever is coming in and giving you whatever this is. And I do feel that you are now going to be in this energy of opening yourself up to new experiences, new possibilities, new ways of doing things and seeing things. So very exciting message coming through there. Now let us move on and see what your unexpected blessing is. And we have Knight of Pentacles and King of Wands. So we have both the King and the Queen of Wands coming through. Now when we get the King and Queen of the same suit of the tarot coming through, it speaks to us of a twin flame and soulmate connection, a relationship, Capricorn, that goes deeper than most. This could be any relationship in your life. This could be you and a family member, you and a boss, you and your significant other, you and a friend. And this King of Wands could be somebody who is already in your life, or it could be somebody new coming in this week. Now, my dearest Capricorns, I do believe our King of Wands is the person who is giving you whatever this is we saw here that brings in this big, huge change. So this could be your significant other saying, come on, Capricorn, let's get engaged. Let's buy a home together and start our lives. This could be your boss that comes in this week and says, Capricorn, you've done a sterling job. I think it's time for a promotion, and I actually want you to head up a new department. This could be a friend coming in, Capricorn, this week, asking you, my dearest Capricorns, to partner them in a new business venture, doing something you both love to do. What I love to see here for you is Knight of Pentacles, because whatever you're going to be creating together is something solid, it's something strong. And once you start planting those pentacles over there, you start planting them now in this empty field, my dearest Capricorns, this has the potential to be in your life for many years to come. These pentacles will grow, will flourish, and will give you untold pleasure and joy regarding what's coming up in the future that I do believe you haven't even begun to imagine. Now let's move on and see what the possible outcome of the week is, and we have Page of Swords and Knight of Cups. My dearest Capricorns, at the end of the week, I do see you moving from one situation over to the other. And with all these light bulbs over here and the open book, I do think this is something you have given a lot of thought. It's something that is aligned to you. And the book tells me, my dearest Capricorns, that this is probably something that you have meditated on and visualized. You're ready for it. So we see you taking that leap over to the other side. You are accepting whatever this is. Knight of Cups comes in and speaks to us of whatever this is that is being given to you. This is something that's coming from somebody who sees you, Capricorn, whether it's a new boss, a new romantic partner, your significant other, a friend, a new friend, it does not matter. They want you in their life, and I do feel, my dear Capricorns, you can't go wrong by saying yes. Right, let's move on now and get a final message for the week. So we just want to see now if we could please get a final message for Capricorn, please. And we have Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Moon. Capricorn, the Moon coming through here is letting you know that in October, the Moon phases are very important for you. The new moon, the full moon, so make note of these times because they're going to be highly influential in bringing about new beginnings and possibilities. Ace of Swords confirms for us that this is the week, my dear Capricorns, where you are going to see your way forward. For any of my Capricorns who have been in the energy of Two of Wands, holding back, overanalyzing, overthinking, Ace of Swords tells us you're going to be able to push through and move on from this energy. There is a wonderful new beginning taking place. All you have to do now, my dear Capricorns, is claim it and see where this wonderful beginning now takes you. So that's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I'm sending you all so much love.